Family is Nomsa here at Ngozi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. With me today, I have Claudia Pasa and Kamau Ema. So our topic today, we are talking about take control of your life. Don't be at mercy of circumstances. So do you feel like life is happening to you, not for you? And you are just along for the ride. So if you feel that way, maybe this video is going to help you to actually deal with stress, a different stress situation, such as traffic jam and grocery shopping if you have children, work, having to deal with health problems or family problems, you name it, anything that happens around us. So we just gonna have fun with us. And if anyone in the audience is watching, please don't just watch, just get involved. I see audience that come in all the time. They don't communicate. It's nice to be part of the family and just put your input and have fun with us. We'd love you to get involved if you want to. So over to you, Claudia. What do you think about the topic?
Yeah, I think this topic applies to all of us at some point in our life, that we had this experience in regards to, something happened outside in our life. It wasn't in our personal choice as well. And then we just had to deal with it. And here as well, I would like to remind the audience as well, that we are the creator as well of our lives. It's always good to be reminded of this and to hear this over and over until it actually finally sits as well within us, So everything as well, what happens outside is a bit like a circumstantial power, which we actually can't influence sometimes because it happens outside of us, okay? But then as well, we have our personal power where we can decide as well within us and do the choices as well, rather than focusing on the problem, focusing on the solution and like really just like analyzing as well what it is, because we always have a choice how and what it is we can do and say, and just like do in this very moment. So we always have a choice. So it's just like very important as well to understand the difference between the circumstantial power and the personal power. What's your experience in regards to, Kamal, circumstantial power and then the personal power in your life?
I'm with you on that part, that a lot of people do sense that life is happening around them, they don't have control, that the fact that we are in a sense in control of that can be difficult for people to grasp that concept. And I'm not talking The Secret, and I'm not talking about these kind of things. I'm talking about synchronicity. Things happen when they happen because they have to happen at that moment for you to make a choice. Now, sometimes in life, we believe that we don't have a choice and we have to do what is just there in front of us. And yet, not making a choice is still considered a choice. Life will happen. Circumstances will occur. Events are there. I always say, there are no bad events or good events. It's what we make out of them. And so taking charge of the circumstances, knowing not why they're happening to us, but how we can move from them, I think is the key to learning to grasp that concept of living life based on what we want out of it. Now, like I said, it's not easy to grasp the concept that, oh, this is happening, this is a circumstance, I'm stuck in it, what do I do? Again, it's not what do I do, it's not why it's happening, it's what does life, what does the universe, what does God want to teach me here? There's something that you haven't learned in life that is causing you to be in that situation, and that situation will keep repeating itself in different ways, but very similar scenarios, if I may say so, up until the moment where we decide, or that person decides to, you know what, I've decided to learn now. And they find the learning material in that circumstance for them to move forward. I think these are the first key points that we can discuss, unless Nomsa has a different opinion or has more questions about what we're talking about.
Andrew is saying, I've always have been in full control of me and my destiny. Certainly don't need lecturing or patronizing. So what do you guys feel about that?
I don't think it's about lecturing. It's more about, how do you control your life? If you're in control of your life, what is it that you control? What is it that you are sure of going through? What is it that you want out of life at the end of the day? I mean, we can all say that, yeah, I'm in control of my life. I don't need any patronizing. It's not about patronizing. It's not about lecturing people. It's about sharing with those that cannot or don't know how to lead their life or how to control their life.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic as well, yeah, that you are able to see life like this. And I wish as well so many others would be exactly as well in your mindset in regards to being in control, you know, absolutely. It's just out of my experience, yeah, it's just I can't control people. I can't even control my partner. It's not possible. I can't, you know, so I have learned for me that I can only control myself, and a bit like the choices and the thoughts and everything and the actions as well in regards to me. So yeah, it's just, what about you, Nomsa?
Claudia, when you say, you know, we are the creator of our lives, life is a choice in life. And also, Kamal, you said the same thing, that lots of people do sense that life is happening for them, is happening to them, not for them. And we believe that we believe that life, maybe sometimes life is against us, but guess what? Life is a choice. And there are some things that we can control in life. Yesterday, I went to church, and my father-in-law is in a hospital. So when I came out of the church, so I asked, I was like in Reading, I was like, where is the hospital around here? And somebody just pointed, it's like across the road. So I was like, do I go home and get my family, or do I just go to the hospital on my own? So I just decided I'm gonna go on my own. So one of the family members calls me and is like, where's everyone? Why are you on your own in a hospital? And I was like, I'm on my own because it's a choice. I decided I'm not going to go home. I'm just going to go and see. I love my father-in-law and hang out with him instead of going home and wait. There's a lot getting dressed and they're all watching TV or doing other things. And I was like, it's closer here. Let me just go, because he was in Oxford before. So, and then after I realized, I was like, oh, so these people, they're like, they have this life, how life should be. But in my house, we don't live like that. It's like these guys, when they decide, like sometimes my partner will go and pick the kids after Saturday, they go to school, drama school, dance school all day. If they decide to go out for a meal or get a bite or something, they go. We call it, if you are not available, you miss out. So if I'm not available, they get to have fun. If I'm available, I get to have fun with them. So that's the life we have here in the house, that if the opportunity is given to you to actually have fun or grab something to eat or just spoil yourself, just do it. So we do that because life is a choice. You can't live a life where you are being controlled by other people, or like, let's say I'm like saying to my spouse, you can't do this without me, or he says, no, I'm saying you can't do this without me. Life is a choice, it's a freedom. So you have to live it the way you want, even when life throws you with things that you didn't ask for. You just have to know that it is happening for you, not to you, because there's some lesson that you learn in those problems. Whatever you go through, you learn something out of it. And those things that you learn, they give you strength. You become, I am who I am today, working as a love harmonist because of my past, because of the problems that I had in my relationship. Instead of me looking at them as problems, I decided to actually build something out of it, because I was like, if I'm able to actually find a breakthrough, that means somebody else will be struggling. There are people that are struggling to find that breakthrough. So I created a life based on my problems that everyone will call them circumstances. So I'm all in. When you guys say we are the creator of our destiny, we hold the pen. And for me, I'm a Christian. When I pray to God, I don't pray to God to bless me with finances or to bless me with clients. I just ask him to bless me with the abilities. Show me the abilities that I can have to make money. Show me the abilities that I can have to carry my clients to the destination where they need to be. In that way, I know I'm going to make money. If I become good at what I do, I'll make lots of money. I don't ask for money. Blessings is the abilities of the choice of the things that I can do. So over to you, Claudia.
Yeah, we all hear quite a lot that life is happening for us and not to us. And it's been as well already said in this group today. So I would like as well the audience to understand actually what it means. Maybe Kamal, after me, you could come as well for up with an example so that the audience actually can understand this and not just hearing it over and over again. So this life is happening for us and not to us. And for me, it means, for example, I'm asking myself good questions. If there is a situation in my life happening and I'm not really fond of that situation or the circumstances, so then I learned as well to go into me and to ask myself, how can this work out for me? So versus in the past, I didn't have the right mindset in regards to this. I felt like the world is against me, that a particular person is against me. So now I just pause here and I ask, how can this right now, this happening, work for me? And then, yes, just by asking ourselves good questions, we get the awareness as well, the answer, because everything is already inside of us. And another little tip as well, what I understood as well, just look back at your life, at your past as well, how certain circumstances, jobs, meetings, encounters, relationships as well have prepared you for who you are today, So this understanding this helps as well with that it's happening for you and not to us, because everything, as you said as well, synchronicities, Kamal, is happening as well as meant to be exactly the way it's supposed to happen, and it has prepared us for who we are today, and the journey is not stopping here. It's going as well ahead. What is another tip, Kamal, you could give the audience in regards to that this actually, sits once more, shifts a bit more?
I mean, the questions that you posed here are very relevant. How is this teaching me? How is this happening for me? How can this help me become a better person? These are excellent points. I think a short story of my life. When I've had previously in my previous jobs, whenever I decided to update my CV. There would always happen that I'm updating my CV. There's something happens at the company. Either there's a downsizing, or that I get an interview for another job, or that I meet somebody that wants to have an interview, right? And this was every single job that I've had since I was in my 20s. No matter what the circumstance, every time that I said to myself, I want to update my CV, something would pop up. And this is proof that life is happening for us. Now, whether I'm upset, where I'm annoyed of the work, I want to leave, I want a new position, I want to get upgraded, I want a promotion, I decided that it's time for me to update my CV. Updating your CV means updating your life. This is what you're sending out to the universe. It means you're done with the job that you're doing right now. You want another one. You are ready to move forward. And so what happens? The result is that life then happens after you've decided that I want to move forward. So after you've decided that I want life to happen for me, and you take that first step, well, life happens for you. Whatever it is, you get fired, you lose your job, you find another job, doesn't matter. It was your choice from the start, or in this case, mine. So what else? What else is, you were mentioning you have no control over people. The only thing that we have control over is ourselves, is our attitude, it's our behavior. So what happens when somebody bumps into you in the street and you just came out from a bad discussion, or a discussion that led you to get angry? Some people would get angry at that person that bumped into you. Some people would throw a fit. Some people will have whatever reaction it is. The question is, do you need to have that reaction? Do you have to? Somebody bumped into you. What's the problem? And so it is your choice to take that moment, maybe apologize to that person, just because, even if they bumped into you, just because maybe they need it more than you. And this is taking control of your life. This is not letting life control who you are or who you want to become. I think this is also the most important part of taking control of your life and not letting circumstances rule your life, is why are you doing what you're doing? That why, the deeper why, not the surface why. Why are you moving into that direction? Why are you doing the job that you have? Why do you go live? Why do you talk to these people? And not the surface one, again, the deep meaning behind it, which is, what is your big aim in life? People say success. Everybody has a different definition of success. One person can be, success is being able to afford my own house and have a healthy life. One person can say is earning $1 million per year. And one person can say my health. Whatever you choose in life, that will be the result. These are automatic beliefs that we put in our life, and whether you want to believe it or not, they function subconsciously. And every single action that you will take in your life will be based on your subconscious. And the idea here is to deeply believe in what you want out of life. To know exactly what is the outcome, so that every step that you take, you live it, as I say, purposefully towards that aim. So what is your aim in life? What is your purpose in life? Our existence has a meaning. Our existence is worth something. We are not here just to procreate. We are not just here to breathe oxygen. And we are not here just to have fun. We can have fun, we can procreate, and we can exist. But our existence, like any living creature, has a purpose. Now, understanding your purpose in life, or your purposes, is key to letting life happen for you. Without purpose, without a mode de vie, or in French, raison d'être, Japanese call it ikigai, what's the point? As my old teenage cynical Kamal would say, you're a waste of oxygen on this planet. So what do you do for your life? What do you want out of it? I'll tell you straight away. One of my purposes in life is to educate and help as many people as possible to live a purposeful life, a purpose that they find useful. So a question that you could ask yourself, on your deathbed, on your gravestone, if you could have a quote or a motto, what would that motto be? How do you want people to remember you? That you lived a full life. What does a full life mean? What have you given to others? Have you provided others with a sense of well-being? What kind of well-being have you offered them? Have you offered them support by being a doctor? Have you offered them support by building houses for the poor? Have you offered, what is your contribution to the world? That is the question that I'm asking you. Because to live a purposeful life, to live a life that is full and that where life is not circumstantial, there has to be a contribution to the world. That is my belief. Nomsa, do you want to add a little bit more?
Yeah, I agree with you. We love you too, Langelishe. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Yes, I love it, Kamal, when you say why are you doing what you do? We have to ask ourselves these questions. Why do we do what do we do, and what is our purpose while we are here on earth? For me, when I ask myself about my life being here on earth, my life is not to do drama. I don't do drama. I don't hang out with people that do drama. Simple because I know that's not my purpose when I'm on earth. And also, you have to live in the present moment and be mindful, be aware of your thoughts and your mindset, your mind as well. Because when you are aware of what is going on around you and you are able to actually design the life that you want, we are know who are very, very talented. And when I have a conversation, they tell me the problems they have with their spouse and the problems. I'm like, but you're a very talented person. Why focusing on somebody who is making your life a living hell instead of creating your own life? I'm not saying we can't get a relationship. What I'm saying is, you know, when you enter a relationship or you go to work, if you find that work where you are, the company that you are, they don't appreciate what you do, or they don't see your talent, why staying there? Because if you stay there, you are not really using your talent. You're not really, it's not your purpose being there. So why staying in a company that is going to pull you down? And I believe that the people that you're surrounded with, they are there to lift you up. But when you find somebody pulling you down, that means you're at the wrong place. If you are in a relationship is about two people dancing one song together. I call a man an architect, and I call a woman a mentor. So if you are my spouse, I got to mentor you. You got to have a dream. of where you want your family, how you want your life to be. As a woman, I have to mentor you to make sure that dream comes to pass. But if I become a woman that is a nightmare, then I'm not for you. If you become a man that is not, hasn't got dreams, that doesn't have goals, it doesn't make sense for somebody to be in that relationship, because we are here on earth to actually do the work to fulfill our purpose. That's my belief. That's what I believe anyway. That my spouse is an architect. I am the mentor. He's the provider. I am the provider. And together, the list goes on. Together, we make things happen. Of course, the problems are the package that comes with. And when problems come, we have to know how to deal with it. So that's what I believe when it comes to life, that life is there to teach us a lesson. And we are there as well to actually make sure that we are living life to our fullest and having fun, enjoying the life, so that when I go to the grave, like myself, if I can go to the grave today, I will be smiling and say, I was so happy on earth because the people around me, I make them happy. I'm doing the things that I love to do, and I'm just so happy. I'm a happy person. I was in church yesterday, and in my church, they play beautiful music and gospel dance music. Everybody, they're dancing is standing there. And I was like, I'm just going to dance. And I was like dancing and dancing and dancing. And everyone is looking at me. I'm like, join me. Let's have fun. It's like, you know, when you do something, you do it for love. It's like the things that we do when we come here to Ngozi talk shows. I love what I do, and I love having time with you guys. And the most thing that brings me joy is when somebody watches a video and they're like, Nomsa, I love what you do. It just teach me how you are able to live your life, because my life, whatever I speak here, when I'm offline, I'm the same. So I've taught myself to actually teach people how life is, not actually to put on a face and then say something to people when I'm offline. I'm doing other things. Like my house is a freedom house. If you come here, somebody else is doing their things, doing my thing, and then we come together. We have time of playfulness, like where we play, but we don't appreciate when somebody started the game when just after dinner, because that means everyone is running around. And I had dinner and I'm like, can you just calm down? So you just have to, even if there's no hope, when you see life, it doesn't have hope. For me, what I see is if you change your mindset, you will see hope. You will see that life is actually happening for you, because through those problems, there's a light at the end. Inside the darkness, when darkness appears, I believe that there is a light in it. There's a light in it. And it will be then up to you, whether do you actually want to stay in that feeling sorry club and say, life is happening to me and I can't do this, or you just have to hold the pain and say, I'm going to write it, the life how I want to write it. And then come on the other side and fulfill your destiny. It's not easy. If I can tell you, fulfilling your destiny and living the life that you want is not easy. The reason why it's not easy is because knowing that I have a choice. Once you know in your mind or in your thoughts, in your mindset that actually life, I do have a choice. And my choice is this is how I'm going to be. Then it's easy. For me, I say it easy. Whenever I'm faced with the challenges or whatever things go on or something, I just sit on the sofa for 1 hour. And when I'm sitting there, I'm not thinking, or I just have to switch off everything and just focus on me. Once I focus on me, I come up with a solution. But if I keep talking and keep saying life is happening to me, I don't know you guys how you manage to come out of and find that breakthrough when you are in darkness. I find when I'm talking about something, I don't find solution. But if I stop talking, and if I'm talking, I have to talk to somebody that makes sense, that can help me, or a coach. My family, they know that I don't tell them. When I have problems, I don't talk to my family. Because if I talk to my family, one, these people, they love me so much. They're going to drag me to feeling sorry club. And then where they're going to be telling me, poor you shouldn't be going through what you're going through. But if I talk to a coach is able to say, okay, Nomsa, this is what is in front of us. How do we deal with it? Do you have any ideas? And then we come up with the solution. And then when I'm finished, then my family get to know about it. And then they'll be like, I'm like, it's sorted out. Don't you worry. So over to you, Claudia.
Yeah, it's absolutely important as well to whom we go and get the advice as well, and sharing as well when we feel it's the time as well for it. And people always have opinions and their judgments as well. So yeah, therefore it is important as well to see what type of people are there, and just to go with certain things to certain people. And ideally as well, I like to, if I want to talk about relationships, I wouldn't go to my single friend who's just moaning about how difficult it is to get a relationship and so on. If I want to get some mindset tipsy in regards to business and economy, I would not go to someone who's broke all the time. So absolutely, it's just like as well understanding who is your to go to person in this specific situation as well. Because people always have opinions and judgment. Obviously, like all of us, we have our programs and beliefs as well running, and this is how we operate and function as well. And this is as well the advice we would get. And we spoke about purpose, absolutely very important, because I can already feel as well, once we identify what is purposeful for us and what is our purpose, and we can have different purposes as well in life. It's not just one purpose. So for example, we can be a mother and a coach at the same time, just like it's not just one purpose, it's several as well. And when we identify them and are living this in this purpose, then we understand as well life a bit more, and we it's as well a bit easier to be in flow as well with life when things come and go. So it's just like we won't really spiral down that soon because it's our purpose, and we are more willing as well to identify as well the challenges and so on. And another thing is as well, it's important to identify our values, because when we have as well an understanding of values, this makes life as well a bit easier as well to understand when things are being thrown to us. And values are different ones. And I won't make a big list of up to 10 values. It's way too long. Just like start with up to 4 or 5 values right now. They can change down the line. But what is important right now for you in your life, who you are today, and then see as well in all the areas of your life, if you already have these values, if you live them already. Because once you have this as well identified in you, it makes life as well, just like as well a bit easier. You go with the flow when things come and go, because you are living your values. And values, it could be something as well like joy and happiness, kindness, honesty, abundance, love. I don't know. What other values do we have, Kamal? It's just like, it's long list, huh? Values in life. What are yours, Kamal?
Oh,
values now.
So here's the thing. I choose, when I talk to clients about their values, I talk about core values, because we also have the superficial values. And the core values are the ones that drive our life. They're the ones that motivate us to do or to understand our purpose as well. And core values, I mean, there's a whole massive exercise on core values, right? Where you can select, like you said, up to 10 core values. And then you could also give them points where you decide which one is more important than the other, and you keep comparing them. And yet this is still on the conscious level. What I think works better is understanding the core values on a subconscious level, because these are the ones that are driving you. Some of my core values are honesty, which means I tell the truth no matter what. I am honest with myself. I'm honest with others. Doesn't matter the circumstances, doesn't matter what is going to happen. It's always straightforward honesty. And that has to happen for me every single day. I have to be honest with myself every day, and I have to be honest with others every day. We were talking about purpose, and we're talking about circumstances. And one of my favorite books that I have here, and I have a very nice edition actually, is The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And The Art of War is not only a set of rules on how to conduct business or warfare, but it is also a way to understand life. And so one of the quotes in there is, opportunities multiply as they are seized. And this speaks with the same flow that we are talking about. Everybody understands flow, momentum, snowball effect, domino effect, however you want to call it. And I think the same concept applies to our life, whether it's joy, sadness, happiness, excitement, success. And one of the things that I would recommend everybody here that is listening or that is feeling at mercy of their circumstances is to start by enjoying and being grateful for the very small things in our life. A simple example of that is waking up in the morning. We are human beings, and we are so arrogant that we go to bed believing that we will wake up the next day. And we all know, this has been proven, we say that, one says that sleeping is half death. Because you're not here anymore. In a sense, any moment, you can die. You have no proof, you have no tangible proof that you'll wake up the next day when you go to bed. So when you wake up in the morning, be grateful that you woke up. We planned for years ahead. We believe that everything is going to be okay. You never know what will happen. So be grateful for the very small things in your life. How many times, and I'm going to ask you too this, because this is something that the others can test. When was the last time that you had a fruit or a breakfast that you usually have, and you really thought about the texture, the taste? Where did that come from? The road that it took, the way that it was transported, the field that it comes from. Let's talk about oats. Oatmeal, very simple, very bland. Have you thought about how long it took from the place, from the field it was plucked, how it was processed, the people that gathered it, people that put it in boxes and then sent to the stores? When was the last time that you really felt the texture in your mouth? When was the last time that you ate a fruit and had the same idea? Probably a while. And so these are the small things that I'm talking about. Last time we were live, I think it was Friday or Thursday, we were talking about when was we breathe every day. without thinking. It's something that is done automatically. When was the last time that you seriously thought about your breath? Inhaling, exhaling. When was the last time that you had your tea or your coffee in the morning without thinking about, what am I going to do today? What is the plan for today? This has to happen, this has to do, this is my to-do list. When? We are encumbered by so many things happening around us that we forget to be grateful and joyful for the tiniest of things. The fact that you can walk, the fact that you can see, taste, touch. So my question to you, my recommendation, if you so will, take a moment. Take a moment when you wake up and be grateful seriously that you woke up, that you open your eyes and know, wow, I woke up. I can breathe. I can see. I can touch. I can smell. I can taste. The next time you take a fruit, really taste the fruit. Close your eyes. Feel the texture in your mouth. Run every single taste of it. Imagine where that fruit came from, the field that it came from, the road that it took, whether it was by plane, it's an import, or whether it came from a field somewhere, how it was picked up, the time it took to grow. These are the things that matter. These small moments of happiness will help change your mood, will help change that idea that you're not in control. Because we are in control every single moment of our life. We make choices every single day. And by seizing these opportunities, by seizing these moments and choosing to think of these tiny details, we take charge of our life. From the tiniest of things to the greatest. Say yes to an invitation. Maybe you don't feel like going out. Oh, I'm lazy, I don't want to. Say yes and go. Even if it bothers you for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, get out. You don't know what's happening. That person invited you for a reason. Whether it's their personal reason, whether it's for a different reason. Or it can even be for the sake of another third person or a fourth party. But going to that gathering, meeting, party, event is meant to benefit somebody. So say yes. You're called upon to have a coffee. Go. Take chances. I think that is one of the greatest things one can do to really seize the moment and the opportunities that come to us. And we all know the saying, when a door shuts, another door opens, or a window opens. It's all the time. We are too arrogant to see what's right in front of us. We are too sad in our life that we say, oh, this is happening to me again, and why? There's no point. Doesn't help. What do you want to do with your life? How do you want to take charge? Questions that matter. Nomsa?
Yes, Kamal. That was very food for thought about thinking about the food, the texture. For me, I don't take anything for granted because I grew up in Africa. Everything that we eat, we have to grow it ourselves. And there were times where, like Friday and Saturday, I used to wake up at 2 a.m., go to the farm with my family, come back at 2 p.m. or maybe 3 p.m. You leave the house, go to sleep for a little bit, and then you go out. At the time, I just saw it really funny just to actually go and work in the farm with my family. And that's why I'll never take things for granted or food. If I have food, although it doesn't taste the same, because the one that we grow is fresh. And so you just, before, it's without chemicals. So everything that we do, like my family, we have a village home, and then we have a city home. So if we want to grow food, you have to be prepared to do the work. So that's how I was taught. This is how life is. So my family will just wake me up. If I had a choice to sleep, but I'll say to my dad, I want to come as well, or to my granddad, I want to come and get involved. So wake us up and we'll go. And it's a family bond as well, because you'll find the whole family thing, we all gather together and grow the food and everything that we eat, tomatoes, the onions, the coffee, the tea, the vegetables, we all grow it ourselves. So it's hard work, but it helps with family bonding as well. It makes us appreciate each other. So that's why when I go to the shop, I would never ever take, because I know that the food, to be able to go to be at Waitrose or Tesco's or M&S, there's been somebody that has had to sweat, blood sweat, somebody making sure that the food is prepared and is coming to me. So that's why I will never, ever, ever take it for granted. But we don't appreciate those small things. We don't appreciate it. When we have things like that, like food, like what you were saying, come out, think about the food, you think about the texture. It's like going to have a party as well. Do we actually enjoy like laying there and just enjoy the bath, or is just like whoop, whoop, shower, whoop, whoop? I'm in a rush. So yeah, those things, that the small things that we take for granted, that and you know, like life is a journey, and life is a game. You have to know how to play the game of life, and life has blessings in it. But once we get hit by small problems, we forget about the joy that we have had in the past. We forget about the joy that we have had in the work, and then the problems takes over. For me, I personally refuse for circumstances to control my life. And my ex couldn't understand before why I am the person that I am. And I'm like, you don't understand. I come from where we don't take life for granted. And when small problems comes to me, they're nothing. And in Africa, you look at people, it's not about the food. It's not about people not having food. It's you become who you want to become, because you create that life. And for me, it's the life that I was raised. My parents, they'll be like, I'm not going to tell you what to do. This is how life, this is how you build your life. So I'll be like, okay, I want to get involved. I want to get involved. And my sister, even now, she goes, you and my dad and my grandmother and they were loving you too much. I'm like, no, it's not the case. It's me wanting to get involved and being curious. And I'll be like, that's how you guys thought I was loved more, but I wasn't. I'm just a curious person. I want to know what people do, what they do. So if I see somebody doing something, I just go and ask questions. Do you need help? And then I'll go like adult, I'll go, and then they start telling me the stories, and I start listening to those stories. And that's how I'm building my life. That life is what I make of it. If I decide to create life or to see life as it's not working for me, then I'm just going to be this person that is complaining and whining, but I just get things done. Even my ex now, he says, Nomsa, you are really, really annoying, but I like you. You get things done. For me, there are no negotiations. If things got to be done, they got to be done. If my daughter has to do something, he gets involved. He knows that there is no way out. I can either do it on my own, or I do it with him, because at the end of the day, the journey is, we have to be together in this journey of raising children. There is no, I hear people saying, oh, I look after the children 5 days a week and this one has 2 days a week. For me, I don't do things like that. I just want a parent to get involved. You get involved, I'm no better than, we are both have equal. So I'm not going to take the grief while you have the joy. So to me, we get the grief together. So that's how I'm raising my children. Even my ex, he knows that when things has to be done, he's got to get involved. I'm not going to get the grief while he has the joy with his wife or anything. No, I don't do that. So they get involved, they get to know that we are part of the family and things got to be done. Or even in the business, I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. If things got to be done, I have to seek help and get on with it. And then I grieve after, because that's what life is about. And you guys who work with me at Ngozi Talk Shows, you know that we get things done together, we get things done. And if I can't do things that I'm supposed to be doing, and knowing that you guys are talented, I just give you the work. I say, could you please? And you guys agree, because I know that we are in this journey together. You can't go into that place where you like, I have to know everything. Or when you have problems, you keep them to yourself. When you keep them to yourself, like Claudia was saying, you have to choose who you tell your problems, because you tell your friends, they'll laugh at you. You tell family members, they're gonna feel sorry for you and they're gonna laugh at you. And you tell maybe the community or maybe business, you have people, you tell them your problems. But if you have a coach or you have somebody that you trust, for me, I have specific people that I trust with my problems that I talk to. And those people, I know that they're not going to laugh at me. Even when they're in the same situation, they come to me. And for me, when you tell me your problems, there's one thing that I ask: what part do you want me to play? Because in the movie, there's a main actor. There is somebody that listens to guidance. So all I ask is, what do you want me to play? Do you want me to play the listening part? Because when somebody tells you problems, it doesn't mean they need advice. Some people just want you to listen, and while they talk, and just give them a hug and tell them, I'm here for you if you need me. So sometimes that's what some people need. But some people, they want some guidance. Can you guide me through? So those are the things that you need to be aware when life throws at you, that you never, ever alone. Never, ever alone. If you look at your phone book as one person that God has given you, that is a champion. And that person can carry you through, help you through. Not everyone that is in your life is meant to carry you through. That's what I believe. But I know that in my heart that there's one person in my life, whenever I have problems, that can carry me through. And for me, if I have problem or life hits me with things that I didn't expect, that's the person that I go to. And I tell everybody else when things are over, or sometimes I don't even say anything. So I don't know about you guys, how you are able to actually rise through problems. But for me, it's just knowing where I need to go, and knowing that life is not happening to me, is happening for me. And also using my beliefs. I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and I believe that whatever the problems that I have, if I ask for help, God will give me some guidance. Or sometimes I just have to say, God, you say anything you ask in my name, it shall be given to me. Here's the problem. Can you please help me? Or sometimes once I say that and leave it, Claudia will send me a text and say, oh, Noms, I was thinking about this. Would you like to do it? I'm like, hallelujah, God, thank you. And I'm like, okay, see, or Kamal will send me a message, or Carol Ann, or anybody out of Ngozi Talk Shows. And it means that be open to solution. There are some people that they get problems, but they don't want to solve them. So when you do have problems, be open to solution, because life is a journey. Or just contact anyone at Nkosi Talk Shows. If you go to my website, if anyone is watching our audience, because I don't want somebody to say, Nomsa, actually, I follow you, but you don't actually, when you have problems, you are alone, you don't actually ask for help. So if you are somebody who is watching us today, whenever you have problems, you can get in touch with me. I think in Nkosi Talk Shows, there's going to be a website. If me and Kamau managed to put it up today, there might be a website up today. It just needs to go live. So, but you can go to Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency, the website there next to my name. Send me an email. If you want to talk to Claudia, or you want to talk to Amal, or you want Kamau, or you want to talk to other coaches that are not here, just for 30 minutes. Don't be in silence and sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, because we are here to share our problems. These guys have 30 minutes of free consultation where you can actually talk to them. And once you talk to them, maybe find a solution in that 30 minutes. So please do. And Kamau, it's 2:00. Do you mind to actually tell the audience who you are and where they can find you?
Absolutely. Thank you, Nomsa, for all of that wonderful words and guidance that you give, and Claudia and everybody in the team of the Nkosi Talk Show. So my name is Kamal Ema. I'm a life purpose coach. And what I do is I help people create a foundation to a life of purpose. I help them uncover their purpose so that every step of their way, every choice that they make in their life revolves around a motto that they have. I do it with the help of some NLP techniques and a little bit of ancient Egyptian methodology and stories. The ancient Egyptians have been known to be some of the greatest people that lived with purpose. And this is why they became one of the greatest civilizations that ever existed. I'm also a psychologist, an NLP trainer, a master practitioner, and people can find me on my website, kamalema.com. You can find me on LinkedIn, and you can find me as well on Facebook and Instagram. Just Kamal Ema, as simple as that, and you'll find me. Claudia, where can people find you?
Absolutely. I'm Claudia Pruscher. I'm an intuitive energy healer. I work with theta healing. I'm as well a mindset coach. And my gift is to identify the root cause or the limitation, limitations actually as well, which we all have in certain areas of our life, and then like to uncover this and to change the old beliefs into new empowering beliefs. And I am on LinkedIn, on Facebook as well, but you can find me as well here as explained through Nomsa on the talk show as well.
Thank you so much. Any words of encouragement, guys, before we leave, Claudia?
Yes, one little thing as well to add to our conversation today as well, just a reminder that we are always, every minute, we are already deciding and taking charge as well of our lives by the thoughts we have, so we always yes to our thoughts. So just like as well a reminder, mindset, thoughts, what's your inner talk, what are the stories you are telling yourself in regards to the situation experiencing just outside. So just like be mindful as well, because we always say yes. So is it positive talk, you get more of this, or is it rather the opposite, not so nice, demotivating, negative talk? And guess what? You get more of this as well as a yes from the universe. Yeah. So.
Very nice words, Claudia. I'm going to compliment you with a quote from Eckhart Tolle. Awareness takes over from thinking. Instead of being in charge of your life, thinking becomes the servant of awareness. So I hope this helps the audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much for those who have been watching. Remember, don't forget the importance of relationships and spending time with people who uplift you, will help you to grow as well as and support. Their support is vital for your emotional well-being, and it might just be not a professional, just a friend or a family member as well. So just surround yourself with people that gives you hope, not that destroy your life. So, you know, for us to be where we are today, we had to choose our friends very, very carefully. And unfortunately, we cannot change our family, our blood, but we know what we want in life. We know life gives us choices. So like, you know, when you're eating food, you have choice that I don't want to eat this, I want to eat this. So life is like that. Choose how you want to live your life. Don't let anyone affirm your destination. What you can't, what you can. You and your creator can affirm together who you're meant to be. And in our heart, we know what we want, but we never go for what we want. And we want people to tell us this is who we should become. So live with grace, everyone, and God bless. I'm here tomorrow. We are here at Ngozi Talk Shows, 1 p.m. UK time. So I'll be here tomorrow with Carol on. And join us, and please ask questions, or if you want to get into the conversation, or if you are a coach and you're watching us and you would like to come and join us as a guest one day, please do. That opportunity is there. Please do come and join us one day. We have a conversation as long as you bring your topic. And God bless. Live with grace.